Hi and welcome to Mobility. I still have a bit of a sore head and neck, so I have lovely heat on here, and this is just a gentle flow mat routine for you, okay? So we're going to come into cat-cow to begin with. This will probably fall off my neck, but ignore it. Coming onto all fours, and we've got our hands directly underneath our shoulders and our knees directly underneath our hip bones. If you need, you can add just about the space of a fist or two fists in between your knees. Tuck the feet underneath. And we're going to do a lovely cat cow. So we're curling in, tucking in the chin towards the chest, opening up the vertebrae in the cervical spine, up around the neck, into the back, upper back, lower back. Draw the belly in up there. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, let the belly fall. Take all tension out of it. Rotate through. So we're dropping the belly, lifting the head and the eyes. Don't drop in between the shoulders. Lift yourself up. Good. And again, tuck. So we come under. So this is the cat. Big breath there. Feel the opening of the shoulder blades. Big breath in as you breathe out. We draw, we fall in between the shoulder blades. Eyes come up nice and slowly. Then we lift out as we lift the eyes to the ceiling. And the tailbone is nice and high. One more breath in, breathing in as we tuck, tuck, tuck. Can you lift those ribs a little closer to the ceiling? Big breath in. Draw the belly in towards the spine. And as you breathe out, follow the breath. Come through. Beautiful. Now what we're going to do is take your hands a little bit in front of you, and you're going to take your knees a little bit behind you, and you're going to just make big circles. Sorry if this takes anyone back to whenever you were giving birth, but you're going to basically do figures of eight, which reminds me of being in labor. In the best possible way. I had awful pregnancies, but really lovely labors. I say lovely. They weren't lovely, but they were an experience. So this, you're just doing big figures of eight. You come over the wrists. Bring your body over that as well. If your wrists are too sore, just don't lean fully into them. Just don't go over them. Stay just behind. Close your eyes for this if you can. So we're going all the one way to begin with. This is one of those nice moments where my two businesses cross because I'm letting my head hang as well here. So I'm just opening up all the different vertebrae. Because whenever I teach the kids, we do figures of eight for a warm-up. So when you're coming side to side, send your hips so they're going basically just outside of the feet. So you'll feel that lovely stretch. I'm over to my right. I feel the stretch in my right side. Now I'm going to come up and I'm going to go in the reverse. So you can bring a breath into this. Do this in your jammies before bed. I'm actually doing this pre-workout because I am getting stiffer the older I get. I'm more and more stiff. Sorry, I don't know if stiffer's a word. Lovely. We're going to do one more like that. Feel yourself really like a snake. Good. Now when you're there, you're going to take the knees wide. Take the hands out in front and bring the forehead to the mat. Take a big breath in there. As you breathe out, imagine I have my hand on the small of your back, just or in between your shoulder blades, okay? Just a little bit of pressure there. And it will lead the chest closer to the mat. So one more of those, big breath in. As you breathe out, reach the hands away and imagine the small of the back, just a little bit of pressure there. It opens up underneath the armpits. We'll do one more for luck there. Big breath in. Breathe in out as you sink a little lower. Gorgeous. Now from there, you're going to take your left arm and you're going to feed it through. So we have this beautiful rotation of thread the needle. And I want you to really think about tucking that left shoulder. And just be careful if you have any shoulder injuries. I like to have my eyes closed on this because I'm fully in it. So take a big breath in. As you breathe out, imagine your arm reaching in and through a little bit more, even though we're just at the start, and imagine that left ear pressing even more into the mat. So big breath in, breathing out, little reach. One more. Beautiful spinal rotation. So we come back to the center, big reach, head is tucked down, breathing out as our right arm goes in and through, and we're reaching away. And again, think of the left hand reaching and the right hand also reaching as the ear comes closer to the mat. Gorgeous rotation in the chin, leading from the chin. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Take any tension out. Tell your body it's safe. Big breath in. Lovely. We're going to come back to the center. And we're going to take our hands over to the right. There's a little bit of mobility with this one. Back to the center. A little bit to the left. Good. Back to the center. So you can add in a real stretch when you come to the center. A stretch when you come to the side. Back to the center. And to the left. To the center. To the right. Last one into the center. Lovely. Okay, come back up into the cat-cow. You're going to just do three quickly, but not quickly, but a little more speed. So tuck in, roll out, tuck in, roll out. Last one, big breath in as you tuck, tuck, tuck. Breathing out. And we come to our neutral. So just sway the hips left and right. You're going to come back to the back of your mat and you're going to take the legs out nice and wide. So one is at each side of the mat. Lovely. So here, the idea is you're going to take your, if you have any chub there, out of the way. So you've got your sit bones sitting nice and tall. Rather than crouching over, I want you to roll the shoulders back. So you can imagine the hands are just behind you so that you have this nice upright feeling. Okay? So from there, I'm going to pull my toes towards me. Good. And I'm just going to rest there for a second. So big breath in. Imagining a long thread coming out the top of your head. So you get your out of the top of your head. So your chin will soften slightly. You've got this nice lengthened spine and your belly will also be engaged. You'll see mine's engaged. So tucking the ribs down and straight rather than flared. Big breath in there. I'm breathing out. Now, and the next one, bring the shoulders up towards the ears. Breathing out as they relax like candle wax down your back. Beautiful. Still sitting upright. My toes are still active. Pull towards the shin. One more, lifting the shoulders up to the ears. Rolling them back. Feels really good. One more like that. Good. Now you're going to take your hands above your head and you're going to rotate towards that right leg, okay? So come back to center. Feel the difference as you lead with the belly. Good. Then take your hands to wherever you can. If you need, bend your knee in for this. Otherwise, take yourself down to wherever you can. Like, I ain't the most flexible here, so don't be worrying about me. It's been a while since I've been to yoga. But when yoga, what we like to do is we bring our forehead to our knee, and then your knee leads you. So you take yourself down rather than feeling so clunky. But for now, what I want you to do is just get the feeling of what it's like to rotate and to fold. Not to crouch, but to fold from the hips. Think about folding the hips. You can bring your hands to wherever feels comfortable. Try and keep the elbows in, not too flared. Good. And we're just going to point the toe away and then flex it back if you can. Otherwise, just sit where you are and just feel that lengthening on the left side of the body and feel that nice stretch in underneath the calf muscle. Bring down, just a little bounce. 1, 2. Up we come. If you need to bend the legs, let them flush out a little bit. Hands come back up again and we rotate to the left. Get the feeling of that? So hands are up, chin is soft, breathing in, toes are pointed towards the shin, breathing out, and then we fold. But just taking yourself, folding, creasing from the hips, coming to where you can. Think about that right shoulder coming down, not flaring up. And again, if you want, you can bring the forehead to the knee, and then you follow the knee down. Woo! You'll feel that in the hammies. It's good. Otherwise, come back up, rotate, and fold. So thinking about folding, stretching into the legs, stretching into the inner thighs, working through the right side of the body as well. So take a big breath in. If you can, send the feet away and come back. I really need to get a manicure and pedicure. Good. Otherwise, just sit. You can tuck the head in. Try not to curl flop too much in it, but you can come if you're flat first, then tuck in. Take a big breath in. Breathe it out. Then we come back up and we fold. Good. Bringing your legs back into center. You're going to take them just as much as you can, okay? Taking the soles of the feet together. And we're just going to do a few little butterflies here. I like to hold on to my feet. Try not to crouch again. Think about lengthening again, okay? Folding forward, so you're pulling yourself forward rather than collapsing. So we're sitting, and the idea is that you're just letting the knees go left to right a little bit more. This is really good because I did leg day yesterday, and I like it. I hope you do too. And I feel those inner thighs and just glutey glutes. So what this is doing is just working into the hips, the hip flexors, opening up so that we're not, because we're always so tense. So you're going to just count for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pull the toes towards you. Lift the chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, other things you can do is put a weight here and here. I've seen people do that. We're not going to do that for today. What you're going to do is then just take it left to right, so you're in a little bit of a rocking sensation. Feels nice on the glutes. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7. Sitting up still. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Now you're going to come to the top of the mat. Give the legs a little bit of a pat. Okay, left leg stays long, right leg comes across. So my foot is in line with the left side of my knee, my left knee. And then I'm just going to hug my knee in with my left arm and gently rotate to the right. Okay, bring that toe in again so it's active. Okay, that leg is active. This is beautiful stretch over here. It's a basically we're working the same muscles whenever we're doing a pigeon pose, but we're sitting upright for it, and we're also in this lovely spinal twist. We can add progression of that, and you take this here and you can take a bind, but for now I just want us to work into the legs. So what we want you to think about though is right hand comes in line with the right butt cheek. Take a breath in as you sit tall again. Good. Take a breath out as you start to rotate slightly over the right shoulder. Good, and just sit in it for a second. Take note of how it feels. Where it feels tight, where it feels relieved. Sink a little lower into it, a little deeper into it. Twist a little more, pull a little more in the knee. Good. Take it back to center. I'll come up here so you can hear me. Then our right leg stays long and active. Our left leg, ooh, I feel it more on my left. It tucks in just beside the right knee. Hand comes in and wraps around my left knee. My left hand comes behind my left butt cheek, and this is all in line. Take a breath in, breathing out, and just relax. Woo! Good. Active foot. That means we're just working into here. This is where the relaxation is. Take a breath in. Sitting up nice and tall, working with the ribs and the head to come over the left side of the body, over the left shoulder. You might get a little bit of shaking in this, that's okay. Good, come back to center. Bringing the feet together again, and we're coming back to that nice little butterfly. You can just sit in it if you want. You can go for your rocking, or we can do our little pulses. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gorgeous. Okay, our last one just to finish is taking the hands out again, and we're going to close the hands together. So they're together, and it's the bottom of our hands. We're just going to skim the mat. So my bum is staying high with this. So a bit like a rabbit pose in our yoga again. You can tuck the feet if you need to stabilize, or drop them down, whichever suits you best. I'm tucking my head in, so I'm looking up towards my belly button. And I'm reaching my hands forward, the skimming, not my wrists, not my forearms, and I'm sending my bum back. So take a big breath in. Breathe out, and we're just that lovely pulling sensation and stretching and release into the spine, into the waist, and then you're just taking a little motion left to right. So don't be so static that you've no mobility. Good. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, you're coming up, but you're staying in flexion, okay? Stay in flexion, come back onto your knees if you're happy to do so. And let the shoulders stay forward. Then they come back like candle wax again. Gorgeous. Hands come up with you. Big circles round. When was the last time you did this? When was the last time you actually mobilized rather than staying in a stuck position, which is what we tend to do? Especially with our phones, with technology, we're always rounded shoulders. So taking the hands up above the head, breathing out and taking your chest forward, arms are back. Beautiful. One more. Lovely. Then the hands come to the top of the butt cheeks. Roll those shoulders back, and you're just imagining I'm behind you, just opening into the chest. Good. Big breath in. Breathing out, and the arms go a little further back and the elbows go a little closer together. Now as you breathe in, tucking down into a lovely big pavlova shape. Excellent. You can just mobilize left to right. So just send the elbows down. Your still head is tucked. Your arms are still in your big circle shape. Good. Take a breath in, then we breathe out as we come up. Big circle. And you're done. Or just stretching mobility to keep us from seizing up. Well done.